afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. And I know it's 4 p.m. now, and maybe some of you feel a little bit tired, but this will make your attention to our last 15 minutes of presentation. I hope that I can bring something really interesting, something fresh, something organic for you today. So we are Ecotaste from Vietnam, and my name is Nhật. I'm the co-founder of Ecotaste, John Stock Company, and here's my colleague. And today I will have you address 3 things in our presentation. First is what is the opportunity in the market, and the second is how we take it, and the last thing I want you to know that how can we stand stably in the market. So to begin, I want to ask you a question: that do you like eating vegetables? Yes, you do, right? Yeah. So I do like vegetables, and whether you like vegetable or not, we should have at least 400 grams of vegetable per day, because it provides a large amount of fiber and necessary micronutrients. Especially for Vietnamese people, vegetables are indispensable and often serve as the fresh dishes in our daily meal. As you may know, that Vietnam is a developing country. We are growing fast. People in our country got money, but there's a problem that they don't know where and how to buy safe and healthy vegetables, because over 90% of vegetables in the market are sold without being certified. And as you can see in the pictures, it's the typical marketplace for vegetables. No brand, no regulation. Besides, the increasing demand of organic vegetables forced the farmers to grow vegetables with the excessive treatment of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. This is really an unstable, unsustainable way to grow, and this led to many serious problems. First is the decrease of soil fertilities and the pollution of air and water supplies. Most seriously is the negative effects on the ecosystem and human health. As you may know that the harmful chemical substance remain in our body. It cause maybe food-borne disease and even any kind of cancer. So the question is how we meet the demand of the market and at the same time protect the environment and protect the human health. And organic solution seems the answer for this question. Actually, in other countries, some people have raised up and give their solution. And I tell you how the current business solve this problem. In Vietnamese, most of them are organic distributors. Why I call them distributors? Because they actually do not produce anything. They just stand between the farmers and the customer, and buy vegetables for the customer and then sell it to the customer. After several years, and this business model, so there are weaknesses. First is the low commitment between the farmers and the distributors. The second is the big gap between the demand and the supply of organic vegetables, because the distributors buy from farmers with a small amount and then sell it with a high price for the customer. And the last is this model is offering benefit for the farmers and the customers. So seeing that fact, we are building our business model based on the thought that we should not only the distributors but also the producers. But however, we are not farmers, and we contract with the farmers. We will provide them financial support, technical support, and buy the vegetable from them and sell to the customer. You can see the model. And through this business model, we think that we have some advantages. First, the farming group is committed to our mutual benefit. The farmers is the co-owner of our business. They have monthly wage and maybe some share. And the second is we could develop a strong group of high-skilled farmers instead of using resource to recruit new ones. The third is our product on high quality and safe for both customers and the farmers. The last is our brand will recognize as its intent to be. Who is our customer? As you may know, that the cost to produce organic vegetables in Vietnam is quite expensive. So we get the group that they are willing to pay for our product. First is the individual customer. They are the who live in the urban and have the medium and upper incomes. The second is the buyers. They are restaurants, hotels, and maybe some school. And the third is the distributors, such as supermarket and organic food store. So our vision is quite clear after all this thing I said about. We will improve the health of Vietnamese people by producing and providing organic vegetables. And our vision is to provide organic agricultural products for millions of households and become the domestic dominant suppliers in the market in the next 10 years. We believe that with the right solution, we can grow and develop fastly. So, in this section, I will tell you about pilot way, the products, and the production process. Why I'm so confident standing here and telling about our story, because we did pilot way in 1 year in Hoa Binh Province, and a place 60 kilometers from Hanoi. The farmer here and the government here is really willing to operate it with us. The result is really promising. The average yield is 1.1 tons per 1,000 square meters. The profit margin is over 40%, and we did sell the organic vegetable to over 2,000 households. So what we sell to the customer? As you can see in the pictures, we produce 60 kinds of organic vegetable based on we chose them based on the taste of Vietnamese people, and you can see is tomato, potato, morning glory, something. Yeah. You can see that the difference between the organic vegetable and the conventional vegetable is not the product, but it's the production process. And here, after 1 year developing, and we are developing the production process. You may see that it's quite complicated, right? But forget about it. Just pay attention about 2, 3 square in the process is eco-fertilizing, eco-production planning, and distribution system. This is actually a technical know-how that ensure our sustainable advantages, sustainable competitive advantages, and maybe I will tell you in the Q&A section. So let's come up with how we deal with the market business model.
Well, thank you for the 3 solutions in our business model. Now I will continue with the market research. We conduct SWOT analysis, and we see that our strongest point is the commitment of farmers to our company. But we lack of information, we lack of data and capital and experience. We also see the opportunities in the rising demand for organic food in Vietnam. And we meet threats. The major threats of our is the unawareness of people toward organic products and food safety. I will remind you of our customer segmentation. We have studied on these customers and find out the best solution, that the 4P marketing mix. We spend 20% of our total costs for marketing and sales. I will continue with products. Our products to attract the individual customer and to differentiate with products of other companies. We cover them with protective and attractive package. We also offer delivery service that is available on day in a week service. We offer eco tour to cultivation farm. The farmer will be taken to the farm and they could understand the process of production. They can crop vegetable and bring home at lower price. During the tour, the farmers play their role as guide and host. Place. We have our cultivation farm in a place near Hanoi, so we could reduce the cost. In the future, we will build headquarters and storage in many targeted areas. Price. Towards bulk buyer and distributor, we offer quantity discount and payment discount. Towards individual customer, we offer attractive discount on special occasions such as Lunar New Year. Promotion. We put ads on newspaper, TV programs that specialize in food, health, agriculture. We also participate in events such as trade fair, charitable activities, cooking contests, and most importantly, especially in the beginning of our operation, we focus on e-commerce and online marketing. We will build up a convenient, user-friendly website. Now is our company organization, our management team. First is our director, Mr. Ha Anh Tú, our production manager, Mr. Bùi Đình Nhật, marketing and sales is me, Dương Quỳnh Hoa, human resources, Ms. Trần Hồng Nhung, and finance is Ms. Đỗ Thu Phương. We all appreciate the support from our advisory board, technique from Mr. Vũ Văn Dương, law from Mr. Andrew G. Stephen, and business administration by Ms. Lam, marketing with Ms. Iwan. I will talk about financial summary. With the initial investment of over $95,000, we will have the NPV of 1.17 US, the ERR 184%. Our objective. Come up with the social impact assessment. Besides our business profit, we also focus on creating a significant social value. Here are our outcomes towards the farmers. We make the reduction of poverty. We create better quality for life for the family. We create better physical health for farmers as well as higher education and earning. Potential environmental outcomes. We generate environmental protected mindset. Also reduction of environmental pollution and form habit of consuming environmentally friendly products. We also monetize the social value and the improvement of farmers' of living standard equal to $105,000 to 100 contracted farmers. The improvement of farmers' physical health is equal to over 36,000 US. The benefit of environment protection is estimated 40,000 US dollars. We have estimated that the SNPV is over $850,000. With here are the mistake I want to fix. The SROI is 19 per 1. We forgot a 0 here. Okay, here is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, the team has 1 minute left. Judges, please answer the question.
You began by saying that 91% of vegetables in Vietnam are not certified, 9% are certified. I was surprised that 9% were certified. What does certified mean?
About the certification of vegetable in Vietnamese. Actually, even the government does not have the process to certify the organic vegetable. The only certificate in the market now is the PCF certificate. I mean the participatory guarantee system by the non-organizational from Denmark is certified the quality of vegetable.
So I was interested in the relationship with the farmers, the contract relationship, and on your financials, you have a cost of goods sold, and then you also have a salary expense line. Is the contract payment to the farmers included in one of those line items, or is it elsewhere?
Thanks for your question. Yes, we include the salary for the farmer in our cost of goods sold, and because the farmer is our contracting partner, it means that they are partner of our company, so that they also earn a little more if our company earn a profit in a year. But we can reduce the cost of land rental in our cost of goods sold because they are the partner of our company.
So they're also receiving income from the rental. So this cost of goods sold is all the salary to the farmers, or is there anything else included in there as well? I'm trying to understand the social impact of how much the farmers are making in relation to the revenues of the company.
Yes, in fact, the cost of goods sold is that the salary for the labor, the direct labor is that the farmer, and for the no, we don't calculate the land rental, but we calculate for the equipment. Yes, the equipment plus the salary for the farmer.
Okay. And in regard to the pricing of organic vegetables, do you understand, is there a known premium for organics in the Vietnam market yet? What's the price premium?
Actually, you know that the vegetable is really affected by the environment, and now in Vietnam the price between organic vegetable and conventional is not so different.
Okay, and is the organic vegetable more costly to produce?
Yes.
So I want to add something that it's our objective to raise the awareness of using organic vegetable in Vietnam too, because it's the same, it's rather similar now, but we want to make it a premium line you said that you mentioned. So it's our vision in the next few years.
So you're going to work to do that, because otherwise you'll be competing with people who get the same price but produce for a lower cost, right? And by the way, if you need someone who's got organic worm-based fertilizer, I know someone in Vietnam who does that.
I was looking at your distribution, and you have the three areas: the individual, the bulk buyer, and the bulk distributor. Are you going to develop all those channels at the same time? It seems to me like that's a lot to bite off right at the very beginning all at once.
Actually, in our pilot phase, we did try to sell the product for individuals, households, but through the pilot phase, we found that it's really cost with the startup business. And our plan is, at first, we will try to focus on the buyers group, and because they buy in a large amount and a stable contract, and this activity costs us less than selling to the customer, and in the long period, we after the startup, and we will try to sell it to the customer, individual customer.
Yeah, that makes very good sense. Distribution is one of the very few things I know anything about, and I think that's a good way to go about it, practically, step by step.
If you look at the numbers that you have, it seems that as your revenue grows, there's no effort to share that revenue with the farmers. Is that on purpose, or is that just a mistake in your calculation? Because in 2015, your gross revenue is already in the millions, and you're still paying the farmer 67,000 in labor cost. So is that really the plan, to just not be able to share some of this profit with the farmers?
In fact, we share our profit with farmer, but I want to add something that we hire more farmer for our expansion of cultivation farm.
But then the cost per farmer, if these are more farmers, is much less. How many farmers do you have in 2011? $100. And in 2015?
In 2015, we had 200.
200. So, okay. So it's actually, okay. So from $133 to about $250 to about $300 something. So they increased 3 times. No? But if you look at your revenues are exponentially growing, and the farmers' wages are basically just proportionally growing. So I'm just wondering, I mean, it's quite glaring in the cost of goods sold that your wages to the farmers are kept really low, even if the company is doing quite well. So there's no intention to plow it back to the community or anything like that.
Actually, you can see that the wage for farmers will not very so much along with the development of business. But as I mentioned, and the strong point of our business model is the farmers. It's not just the workers force. They are core of our business, and the benefit from our model is the share we get with when our business grows.
Just to add to that, I think because, well, you mentioned that the role of farmer, right, is, well, you do basically contract farming and you mentioned dividends, but in the financial projections, every cash, like at the end of the year, is plowed back, right, into the business. And so I think if, so I just, if you were to keep the contract rate, say, more or less stable, but you pay more in terms of dividends, then maybe that would explain, there would be a, evidence that you're actually sharing profit. But since the financials, I think, don't really reflect that, so I think that's why we're wondering, And also, I think the number of farmers is 10, not really 100, right? Because you mentioned the salary of 1,700 or so, and the first year, the total cost of goods sold is only 13,000 something, so it must be a 10 to something number.
This is an exciting plan to try to grow the organic market in Vietnam, and I think the challenge the judges are having here is your financials really have to tell the same story that you're telling, and if you're selling the organic vegetables for 20 times what the cost to produce is, that's not sustainable. You're ultimately the marketing arm, and you should take some benefit for that. So I'm wondering what percentage of the company do you contemplate the farmers owning, and how would they earn that ownership, and would they value that?
Thank you for the question. And as we mentioned before, the ownership of the farmer in our business models through the land that they put in producing opening festival, and then that in a business like it, the agriculture business, the rental cost for land. Actually, in Vietnam, I don't know in other countries it is, but in Vietnam it's really cost for the business that want to grow in the agricultural field, and so the ownership of farmers show through their proposition of their land to our business.
Sorry, I was just wondering what the actual percentage ownership is. Do you have a number, or that the farmers would own? You said they would own part. What's the number?
Yes. As our projected financial, the cost for land rental is about, I don't remember exactly, but it's about half of our initial investment. So I think the profit and the share that the farmer get from our business is the half.
Okay.
Just a quick question following up on those. Your return to investors, how does that compare to if I was to invest in another, one of your competitors, either in your country or in the region? How does the return that you're promising compare with the typical, we got it saved by the bell?
Thank you.